morning. I'm Rose from Grandma Rose's Open Pantry. Today we are going to be making some salmon patties. I made them for y'all months ago, but I wanted to come back on and show you how I do them low carb. So in my bowl here, I've got one little, now I say it's salmon and tuna. I always mix one small can of tuna in with my salmon. We just like it that way. This is a 5-ounce can. I get it from Aldi's. And I'm going to push it to the side. And I've drained both of them. This one was in water. This is salmon. It's a 14.75 ounce. It comes from Aldi's. So I've drained both of them, and I'm going to give my scraps here, because I take the skin and the bone out. I give it to my cat. Hold on a sec. I meant to leave this can here to put my little scraps in. So as you can see, there's a dark skin on here. I don't like it on my in my salmon, so I just take it out. And it doesn't go to waste because my cat gets it. Okay, there's some there. Then I open it up, and right here, as you can see, there's a little bone. A lot of people do not take that out. They just stir it up in with their salmon, and that's okay. But I like to get all the black skin off, and I like to get that bone out. That's just my preference. So you just open it up, and you'll find skin inside. Okay, like that. And each section where they have pressed it together, I open it up to see if there's any bone or any of that dark skin. Okay, there's a little piece of bone. A lot of people say it's just extra calcium, so they leave it in, and that's fine, because it disintegrates when you stir it up and cook it anyway. So, okay, here's a little piece of bone right here. But my mama always took it out. And after my mama died and my daddy was left, he and my Aunt Elsie, I would cook for him most of the time, and they loved, one of our special meals was salmon patties and biscuit and syrup. And so she lived right down the road. She would come up, and we would all do our salmon patties. We'd cook it all together. So she would usually do the salmon patties. I would do the biscuit, and Dad would he'd be the onlooker. He was kind of, he was just enjoying the fellowship. Now, in mine today, I am going to put red peppers. I don't do this a lot of times, and you can leave it out. But to make it a little bit healthier, it's a little bit less than a couple, quarter of a cup, maybe 2 tablespoons, finely diced red pepper. This is a third of a cup of finely diced onions. I'm going to wash my hands real quick. Okay. Now I'll kind of stir this up. Now I'm going to put black pepper, and I'm going to put just a little bit of cayenne. Not much, just a little bit. It just zaps them up a little bit. Okay? And a dash of salt, because I looked and there's 340 milligrams of salt. So just to cut back on the salt a little bit, I just put just a dash. And I'm going to put minced garlic. I'm going to put 2 heaping teaspoons of minced garlic. I'll stir that up. Let me get this out of the way. Okay, and to this, I'm going to add 2 eggs. And y'all know I crack them in a separate bowl. Because sometimes you get a bad egg And I just got a little shell in that one. So I got to get that shell out. Well, I'll do it this way. Okay, and that left the shell in there. Okay, let me stir this egg up in there good. I just wanted salmon patties today. We've been having hamburger steak. We've been having chicken pie, pork chops. I just wanted something a little different, so I thought salmon patties would be good. And by putting 2 eggs in this, it'll make it more, it'll bind it together more. Okay, now put my oil on back here. I've got squash cooking here. All right, as my binder, I've got a 1/4 cup of coconut flour, 1/4 cup of almond flour, and I'm going to put 1/4 cup of my Cajun pork rinds right here. Now, if you're not gluten-free, you can use, most people use flour, I think. Some people use maybe cornmeal and flour. Other people use saltines. Saltines are really good in it if you're not gluten-free. So, you can use any binder that you like in yours. But since I'm gluten-free, then I try to, and low carb, I try to keep it as healthy as I can. Okay? All right. I'm just going to pick this up with my hands to see if I think it's going to stick together. And you can always tell by picking it up, making a little ball, and if it sticks together like that, and you can pat it out, then you pretty much know that it's going to stick together when you fry it. So I'm just going to let my oil come up to temp, then we're going to start frying our salmon. Okay, I think my grease may be hot enough. We'll see. So I'm just going to take my patties and make a little ball. Then I'm going to, now this is the way I do mine. I'll show you how my mama used to do hers. Now that it may be too hot, but it'll calm down. I've got it on like 6, which is medium on my stove. Now that's the way I used to do mine. This is the way my mama did hers. She would just put them in her spoon and just do them out like that. But I like to roll mine out in little patties. I just like them better that way. Okay. Okay. I've already got some fried up here. Now I'm fixing to take these out. I've got them all in my pan. And I've got it on 7, which is, let me turn it around a little bit. 7, which is like low, medium, high on my stove. So, and they cook like 3 or 4 minutes on each side. And I went back when I started frying them. They wanted to come apart a little bit because of the almond flour, coconut flour, and the pork rind does not make them stick together at all. So I put 1 tablespoon of gluten-free flour in it, and now they're doing real well. They're staying together. They're doing real good now. Okay, this is our salmon patties and tuna, salmon and tuna patties. And They don't hold together quite as well as if you were to use flour or something with wheat in it. And just a word to the wise, put on an apron because grease splattered on me. Now I got to treat my shirt. So, and I've got a little bit of dill sauce right here that I made the other day. So I'm going to taste one of these and I'm going to put it in my dill sauce. I already know it's good because I've already been tasting. But this is just an alternative. This is a low carb. If you love salmon patties like we do, that's good. Mm. After I put that tablespoon of gluten-free flour, they held together really well. Before that, they wanted to break apart a little bit, but it's amazing what just 1 tablespoon of the gluten-free flour will do. Mm. We love salmon patties. And to keep them low carb, I'll take them breaking apart a little bit. So, love y'all. Please share this video. Hit that little subscribe button, the little notification bell, and make you some salmon patties. Put deliciousness back in healthy food. Food feeds the family. Family feeds the heart. This is all my great grands right here. And God feeds the soul. See y'all next time.